Greetings, my friends. This is Gillesmansillon. I wanted to welcome you to my channel. I'm continuing to discuss, to bring support, guidance, inspiration, try to draw lines between points to assist in this great time of transformation. For it has been made very complex, the process, but it was created like that. So we want to simplify. For source, all things are easy. So I'm gonna. The idea is that the ultimate outcome of that process will be the unification of the source with God. That is a promise, but in order to do that, it is a long process. And so we have those two choices. Sometimes we turn to the source directly, and sometimes we turn to the company of heaven, the brotherhood, the collective brotherhood. For the collective brotherhood, the masters, the guides, the angels, the archangels, they can intervene between us and source. And so we have to learn to use all those resources. And so it is. We all have an origin point. Where do we come from? We all come from source, from God. There is no other choice. We cannot come from anywhere else. Where are you from? Yeah, well, I'm from God. But we came into this universe, this starry realm. We had this point of integration into the starry realm. Personally, we come from the North Star. But many people have come from different entry points. It's always a higher plane. It is before we came into the universe, we made this agreement with God that we would participate in this collective evolution we call the universe. And so we came from a very high plane, and then slowly but surely we descended into many realms. For it's like as part of the brotherhood originally. Then we descended into more less spiritual and more rancial, eventually to end up on the very bottom of the ladder in the physical realm. And so it's very much it's to understand that we descended, and so progressively we left part of our consciousness in all those dimensions, and we have friends and family that in all many civilizations, because we in our descension process we visited many places before we choose to incarnate in such a realm. So when we include, we create an expansion. When we exclude, we create a contraction. And we want to continue to work with the expansion, with the inclusions. For relationships are eternal, some of them. So we want to make peace with all relationship, peace with our past, to be free. And we all part of each other. That's no choice in this matter. And just as the collective, the higher collective, the brotherhood is part of us, the angel, the archangels, the masters, we all part of each other. They know that we are part of them, but sometimes we feel there is a separation between us and the higher planes, and in our consciousness it makes sense. So but negative emotions and fears are parts of the spiritual ascension path. The thing is, we do, even if they are associated with our personal life, we do not want to make them personal. There is only one thing that is wholly ours. It is the divine consciousness, this connection to unity of source and the love of source. And so in essence, is how much do we allow the source energy that's always been there, that will always be, that is there to flow through us. It is not how many people listen to our messages. It is how much of that energy do we allow that to be integrated. And it's much more important than how many people. And even there are many people that will not be receptive to our messages, yet when we talk to them, their soul and spirit register what we say as truth. But since it creates such a tremendous challenge in challenging in their belief system, they will move into silence behind walls to hide in order to protect themselves. So there's going to be a great hurricane that will be coming, and it's like we'll stay at the center of the eye of the hurricane. But it's normal to feel at odd with the world, and we sometimes to feel confused and isolated. We come from such a high planes where love and brotherhood and support and understanding and wisdom was always present, and we come to this world. It's like, whoa, what is this? Why did we come here? So it is normal not to feel. To feel always integrated within the world, but we need to take time to integrate the unipolarity, the one power. To understand there is those who play the game of two powers, which is the ego, and those who play the game of the unity consciousness, the one power. But but all fears, all darkness needs to be needs to come into our consciousness before it can be transcended. So do not be concerned. The purification process asks that we are challenged by fear and doubts and confusion. It is a purification process, because if we were we would be sent into a world, an ascended world, and we haven't done that work, we wouldn't feel very good either. We need to do that process to create this purification process, and the ultimate outcome will be the unification with Source and the eternal happiness that will result from that, and then that will just like a passport to paradise when we fuse with our I am presence. The past is joy. Continue to cultivate joy. It's same cards that I mixed them, but same card that we had in the French reading. For the present is knowledge. For knowledge is like when knowledge is felt, it's liberating. It's like it's the truth. When we feel the knowledge become felt. So once it is an intellectual process, it needs integration. But when we feel it, it's like it creates an opening. Even if it's for just a short time, it creates a big opening in our consciousness. And the future is righteousness. Doesn't mean you need to be right in relationship to others opinion. It's just to be straight, to be aligned. To be honest, to be authentic. What we're working on now is acceptation of our dark side, acceptation of our light side, acceptation of our mission, acceptation of our destiny, acceptation of the love that we need to provide ourselves, regardless of what we're going through. And the outcome will be success. There's this great success that is coming, and we need the success means unity. What is it we want to achieve is happiness. And what helps us on the way to success is potentiality. For the gods are eternally involved in turning potential into actual. It is a manipulation of energy that for God knows all things. He knows all how the beginning, the middle, and the end of all things, how everything works. So it is. We're not here to save the world. That's an ego thing. We're here to take care of our life and our own physical body. It's not our business to butt into other people's life. It is their past, their choice. They will have to face whatever they're facing. So it's like. So it's very much. It's like it's none of our business to want to handle other people's life, taking care of our own self. But when we ask for help, it is compassion. It is good to allow to assist in whichever way we can. But it's always about from the calling from the heart. For I know I will be called for getting involved in this collective shift in a much different level, but it's not by personal ambition. It's because the heart is calling me to do that. And so also understanding everybody's got a flow. It's a flow, a rhythm. If we go too fast, we suffer. If we go too slow, we suffer. So we have to align with the flow of our soul and our of the soul, and to understand, once we align with our flow, we can respect the flow of others, not to give them too much because that will create suffering from them, and not to give them too little. We can, through respect, we can understanding our flow, we can understand the flow of others, and to have compassion for ourselves and for others. For that is really how we grow. For that we need to allow to let go of judgment, of self-judgment as well. And so meditation is very essential. It's to learn meditation, to breathe, to meditation is non-action and non-action on the mental level. The more we do, the more practice, the easier it gets. And when we do meditation, after 20 minutes, the minds become quieter. It's just about how do we do meditation. It's like, how do you learn to do nothing? It's like it shouldn't be that hard, but it does take practice. Because we're always used to have this very busy mental activity. But when we stop the mental activity, the energy moves back to center. And meditation can be found in books or videos. It has to be done. Even if you listen to great videos that are guided meditation, it is good. But still do the meditation, those personal meditations. You cannot learn meditations in books or seminars, or you just got to do it and then practice and practice. And the more we practice, the easier it gets. Yet we have to follow the essential guidelines that we receive and that make sense from us, from other messages or teachers or whatever. And so, but never do anything because it is the standards, because other people do it or whatever, or because it is conventional that you have to do it in this way. Just follow the call of your heart. At the end, you'll come to realize that's the only thing that really matters. Did you follow your heart, or did you follow conventional beliefs? And so there is a purification that is needed, for that ascension, and that is why we are accepting to go through some ups and sometimes some very heavy downs. We're moving from the awakening to the awakened state, and so for much is going to be revealed in the coming times. This phase from 2020 to 2023 is the great awakening, great revelation that will come. But that's going to create a hurricane like we've never seen before, when people are going to realize they're going to be face to face with the truth that all they believed was a complete lie. It's going to be like a hurricane. So stay at the center of the hurricane. And sometimes there may be people who want to assist in this process, but their fear will be too great. So just ask the Christ, ask Mary, ask an archangel, ask their guides to take care of them, to assist them, and that will be much more powerful than trying to do it ourselves. For we have to learn just to be, even if we don't figure it out. Just to be is very essential. For there's going to be a phase of awakening, a phase of healing, and then there will be a phase of reconstruction of our society. And so this is, I think, what I wanted to talk about today. I'm going to pull a few cards with the. So I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. Very soon I'm going to start. For now, I'm doing like personal, transdimensional psychology, spiritual. I'm talking about spiritual subject, but very soon I'm going to start doing videos about different subjects, different categories. It's going to be kind of fun. We still need to continue to work with the unipolarity, the one power, and to let go of those two powers. So the power is one, the power is you. It is your God self that has the power, and to recognize only your divine consciousness as truly yours. Everything else is just energies that needs to be released through the purification process. For the observer, nothing is better than your home. To feel good in your body and to feel good in your environment, it is out there, or it is coming. The highest wisdom is the soulmates, this deep union and communication, this deep connection. What we need to understand is the yin, to allow things to unfold naturally, not to force, not to rush anything, to just be in the allowing process, in the allowing. What we need to do is the tribe, to continue to connect with people that are very of similar mind, of new friends that are becoming, that are going to greatly increase the quality of our life. It's a reciprocation. We'll increase each other's quality of life. And the outcome is going in circle. For we're going to feel, if we continue to turn to the world, we wait for the world to change, it's going to continue to go in circle until the breakthroughs happen. So it's about tuning in and allowing ourselves to go through the flow and the process, and then there's the unfinished symphonies. We have to continue to complete this inner process. This is really the time that is given to really be ready, and we are ready. It is just a matter of letting go of the judgment and then easing up on ourselves, and then the truth is going to emerge. So it is all there. It's been done. So much work has been done. Well, I'm going to finish with a song. It's an older song of the, I think, 60s or 70s, so to finish in music. And then I'll pull one more card of the Archangel Tarot. It's a song of the Rolling Stones called Tell Me. I want you back again. I want your love again. I know you find it hard to reason with me, but this time is different. Darling, you see, you gotta tell me you coming back to me, you gotta tell me you coming back to me, you gotta tell me you coming back to me, you gotta tell me you coming back to me. You said was true before you walked out on me, before I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to know. This time it's different. You're determined to go. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. I wait as the days go by. I long for the nights to go by. I hear a knock on my door that may never come. I hear the telephone that hasn't rung. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. It's called for reunification of some level, this song. For the Rolling Stones are very mostly romantic music. I really like. They're still around and they're still singing. They're still enjoying their life, doing what they love to do. And so that's for the card of the day is the King of Raphael. Warm, generous, honorable, and refined. Warm, generous, honorable, and refined. Yes, you can trust. Capacity to accomplish many things. Give free course to your artistic passion. So it's good to be creative. It is really this kind of relationship, this kind of grace, this kind of flow, and so continue to communicate with the spirit realm to assist you in your union with your source, and then from there it is a gradual process. For God has created this amazing. The company of heaven and engage them in the assistance for the whole, the great majority of for there are beings in the universe that have no clue that there are mortal beings that exist. They're taking care of other business that are essential to the functioning of the universe. But the great majority of all that is been created in the heavens is actually been engaged in the ascension of mortal beings all the way through the sphere of the local universe, the central universe, the super universe, the central universe, to bring them back home to the source, to paradise. So it is a journey, and the ultimate outcome will be a unification with source, which will give us this passport to paradise. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.